Isn't it so nice that now the acronym GOT doesn't stand for Game of Thrones anymore? Man, I could never get into that show, especially knowing that it ends terribly, and then you have people giving you that excuse, well, the rest of the show is good, and to them, I say, no, the ending is part of the journey. I can't just watch all 7 seasons and just not watch the end, so I'm good. If someone asked me right now what my game of the year would be, without any hesitation, it is going to be Ghost of Tsushima. The game has little to no flaws, and that multiplayer update just ascended the game to a new level of greatness. I just want them to keep giving us more. Maybe a sequel. Speaking of sequels, ignore that terrible segue. God, that was terrible. But it might not be a too far-fetched idea anymore. So with that being said, let's talk about Sucker Punch's new job listing and if this means a sequel or not, and what they could possibly do with a sequel. But before we get into that, allow me to give you a friendly reminder to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with gaming news and breakdowns. Other links in the description box below. Thanks, guys. So this report comes from a Sucker Punch job listing looking for someone who is a narrative writer. This is what the report has to say. Sucker Punch calls for a narrative writer to join its writing team to help create engaging narrative content for our upcoming projects, with a knowledge of writing character-driven stories within a AAA open-world game. So, does this mean a sequel? Well, maybe. Could this mean DLC? Well, maybe as well. What is interesting about the job requirement is that it lists a desire to write stories set in feudal Japan and having knowledge of feudal Japanese history. The reason why I'm leaning more towards the possibility of it being a sequel instead of an add-on is because Sony exclusives usually don't have a lot of post-launch updates, and if they do, they usually have a roadmap or it's just one big one. If I am wrong, tell me in the comment sections below. But just look at the exclusives. God of War only had New Game Plus. Sony's Spider-Man had The City That Never Sleeps, and that's it. Horizon Zero Dawn had that one update. Detroit Become Human didn't have anything. Then what's the other game? Last of Us Part 2, we don't know yet. It might be getting just the multiplayer. They usually don't extend these games longer than they have to. Also, the way the game ended, they hinted at many scenarios and stories they could do if there was a sequel. For example, the Shogun of Japan ordered Jin's uncle to capture or kill Jin, and that clearly didn't go through. So you can only imagine that there would be some problems because of that. Maybe this could lead us to us visiting some areas in Japan. Who knows? Another story is Jin dealing with the repercussions of his decision of him becoming the ghost, because his uncle warned him that if the people don't have a leader that does not have a code or order, then the people he is protecting will try and do the same to even him if he is not leading them correctly. Like I said, the game left enough room for other stories to be played out. The game ended enough, like the ending was enough to go like, all right, there doesn't have to be a sequel, but there's still more to the story, you know what I mean? But for now, we will have to just wait and see. Leave a comment below about some of the stories that they could possibly do, or some of the stories that you would like to see them do. So with that being said, thank you everybody for watching today's video. Again, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I see you guys support every single day. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.